Hey my beautiful YouTube family, this is your girl Glamazon Tayomi, aka the Sexpert, and this is a video, yes, involving more fruit, but this is a video giving you a few different techniques on how to make cunnilingus better. Yes, this is a video for men who want to improve their oral sex game and going down on their partners. Or if you're a woman and you want to learn how to eat the coochie better, this video is for you. Now, the reason why I'm using fruit is because YouTube definitely has abandoned some of my videos in the past where I've used realistic body parts. So to avoid this video from being taken down or flagged, and strictly for educational purposes in providing pleasure, I am using a peach. And this is something that, yes, men and women who want to improve, you can also use to help you as a tool. Because I mean, honestly, who really wants to suck on silicone dildos or silicone pocket pussies? They don't taste good, but a peach does. And a peach actually does kind of resemble the vulva. So we're going to talk about anatomy first on this before we get into technique. So this very top here, where you would typically see the stem of the peach, we're going to make this the clitoris, all right? This part is a little hard, so when you are using your tongue on it, it may scrape a little bit, but you can always take a knife and kind of dig that out and make it a lot softer. Now, you want to use a peach that isn't too unripe. You want to use one that's like kind of in the middle. So I cut this one yesterday and it was a little hard, but after letting it sit out for a day, it's a little softer, and you can see it's getting all juicy and moist. Yes, yummy. So right here, this thick part of peach, this is going to be the labia majora. So these are the large lips that you see on the outside of the vulva. Yummy. And then this very inner rim right here, before you get to this part, these are going to be the labia minora. So the small lips, the folds of skin that many of you like to allude to being pieces of Italian beef or shredded beef or lunch meat. Y'all so funny with these memes, but those flaps of skin that can sometimes hang below the labia majora, they're called the labia minora, and they are very sensitive as well. When you are down there and you're licking on a pussy, when you're licking on a vulva, when you're licking on the lips, don't forget these. Don't forget those lips on the inside, because they are extremely sensitive. Okay, so what do you have here? Clitoris, outer lips, inner lips. The urethra's here. It's a little hole that I poked in with my nail. And this hole here where my finger's going to slide into, this is the vagina, all right? She tastes sweet. Now, this is the thing, right? I know a lot of men who like to, or men who attempt to eat the coochie. You guys go straight for the vagina and do this. You stick your tongue in repeatedly. That's not necessary. And it's two reasons why. Number one, I mean, some women can get stimulation from that because the opening of the vagina is very sensitive. But also what you're doing is you're introducing new bacteria from your mouth into the vagina. And so sometimes that can cause infection later on. Before you go down in general, you need to make sure that you brush your teeth and make sure you rinse well with an antiseptic mouthwash. So Listerine would work perfectly, all right? Because if you are going to be sticking your tongue in the vagina, if that is your preference, or if that is the preference of the young lady, then definitely make sure your mouth is clean, all right? But this is not where you need to focus when you're eating a woman out. This is not where you need to focus. The vagina, you should only be putting your fingers there or your tongue if it's long enough to reach the G spot. But we'll talk about that later. All right. So this is the key. The clitoris is the key to a woman's orgasm. If you stimulate the clitoris in the right way in the surrounding areas, a woman will be brought to an orgasm. The reason why many of you out there are not good at eating pussy is because your tongues are weak and your lips are weak, right? You should be able to point and flex your tongue at any time without using the rest of your mouth. Your tongue is a very strong muscle. So you want to start with some tongue stretches. Poke your tongue out and poke it out. You want to make it flat, and then you want to poke it out, and you want to make it into a point again. And you want to do this exercise like 5 times. So I'll show you what it looks like. Point it out. Okay, that was 6 times, but still, you get it. You want to make it pointy, and then you want to make it flat again. Because your tongue should be able to flick up and down and go all around. You know what I mean? And don't just use the tip of your tongue doing this the entire time. Ask me if that feels good. It does not feel good. There is more to stimulating a clitoris than just little licks. You have an entire tongue. Some guys have longer tongues. Some guys have fatter tongues. Use the fullness of your tongue. So one technique that I want to teach is it focuses on the lips. I don't have a name for it, but basically what you want to do is take the tip of your tongue and you want to outline the outer lips on both sides, and then you want to come up and give the clitoris a few strokes, and at the end you want to land a kiss on it. All right? So it'll look like this. Take your tongue, go around, go on the other side, and then flick. And that's how you end it off, right? And that's just a warm-up. And again, using a peach is so great because it tastes amazing. So basically, take your tip of your tongue, outline both lips, come up to the clit, do a few licks, and then end it off by flattening your tongue and rubbing the entire thing up against the clit, and then end off in a kiss. Right? Now, when you end off in the kiss, at that point, you can wrap your lips around the clitoris, and then you can begin to suck, right? And then come back up and give a few licks. But the key to going down is to have a variety of strokes with your mouth in order to get her off. And every side of the clitoris has a different sensitivity. Some women, they like direct stimulation on the head. Some women like stimulation on the side or underneath, or even the lips, you know. Do not ignore the lips at all. And while you're eating her out, you want to make sure, like, when you take your tongue and you lap it around, you have direct eye contact, if you can. Right? And that will get her off like so fast. I mean, it's going to take time for a woman to reach orgasm. But again, you want to make sure that you use the fullness of your tongue, and then also switch positions. You know, don't just put her in the traditional, you know, missionary position. Let her sit on your face, or let her hover over your face, or hang her off the edge of the bed and get underneath her and eat her like that. There's so many different ways that you can do it. You can wrap her legs around your face in a 68 position or a 69 position while you're sitting up. I mean, the sky's the limit for how you do this. So, let me show you another technique. So, I always say you should go down on a woman like you're kissing her lips. So kiss her lips like you would kiss her pussy lips the way you would kiss her lips on her face. All right? And so you can just go around and lay light kisses. But as you kiss, you want to use your lips to grab the skin. You know? You should be able to move your lips like this. So as you're going around and you're kissing the large lips, you want to grab the little lips on the inside with yours. So and come around. And that's how you do it, right? And the thing is, you want to make this all your own. So eventually when you get comfortable with actually putting your lips, you know, down there, then you can just go crazy, like the sky's the limit. Then also, you know, when you want to stimulate the G-spot, you stick your finger into the vagina and you curve it up, right? Curve it up. I don't know if you can see because my thumb is in the way. But you want to curve your finger up. And the middle finger works, but I'm just using my index because, you know, this is a small peach. She's tight. But you want to curve it up and you want to rub. You want to rub on the G-spot and you'll feel it. It's like a hard cluster of tissue that's very sensitive. Oh look, she's creaming. So that's just my tips on going down. I mean, I'm going to make more videos about this. I'm going to show more in-depth techniques. I want to find a way to be able to show you this without it being too risque on YouTube. But remember, practice makes perfect. Remember, don't just focus on the clitoris, focus on the lips as well. And use the fullness of your tongue. You know, I don't want to give you all the techniques that I have in this one video, so hopefully, you know, this little bit does help. But just stay tuned for more videos from me. If you have any questions, email asktyomi@gmail.com. And I will be sure to get back to you in the form of an open forum discussion. I cannot answer everybody's questions individually because I have so many, but I do appreciate you guys for supporting, and I do appreciate you guys for subscribing. So tell your friends, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Later.